And we're live. All right.
Hi, Mirsa.
We got a new goat in class. This is like a redo of lesson 19. I have people. Page 106. They did with the sub a few days ago, but it didn't go so well. So now I'm just doing some random examples that are like the ones on the homework. So basically they have a bunch of letters and you're solving for one of the letters, right? Yeah. Well, it's the same as solving an equation. So let's say just, what do you want to solve for? Solve for, how about x? That's creative. Solve for x. And we'll go like ax plus b equals, I'm going to start with a hard one too, by the way. Equals cx minus d. That's crazy. Doesn't have any numbers, does it? No. But the idea is the same.
Don't you do minus cx to ax? Minus b first.
You guys are all correct. You want to get the stuff with the x's on one side, and the other things, the other letters without the x's on the other side.
Minus cx or minus b?
Either way, you're going to do both, but one or the other first. We can minus b first. Doesn't matter. So that's gone. So we got ax equals cx minus d minus b. Can I combine any of these? No, because they're not like terms, right? They have to be the same letter. And now?
Minus c.
Cx.
So then it would be acx, right? Equals negative d.
Acx? No.
Oh.
It's just ax minus cx.
You know what? I wrote that, but I didn't say that, okay?
Now there's two ways of thinking about the next step.
Oh, wait.
The next step is the hardest.
Are you those parentheses things?
But you're going to need parentheses, yes. You're either going to have to think about it as factoring or think about it as writing the coefficients in the parentheses in front of the
It doesn't get rid of the letters.
Yeah.
I haven't seen one letter gone, I don't think.
No, none of the letters in this one are going to
It's
go
just
away.
moved around.
Yeah, you're just moving it around.
No.
That's
Is
how
that
it's-
it? That's your answer?
No. This, we have two different x's, so it's like, well, how are we going to solve for x?
Divide by a, divide by negative c.
That won't work, unfortunately. That would be like, let's do one with numbers. Let's say you had 3x plus 5x equals 16. Does it work to divide by 3 and then divide by 5?
Wouldn't it be a cx?
Shouldn't that just be 8x equals 16, so x is 2?
What?
If I divide by 3, I get a big decimal, and then I'll divide by 5, and I'll get some other crazy decimal. So, cannot do that. What'd you say, Denise?
Wouldn't you combine a and cx? So it would be acx.
ACX means multiply. AC, if you write them next to each other, it means to multiply. What do you do? Here, this might be an easier way of thinking about it. Let's say I have 5x minus 3x. What does that result in?
2x.
2x. Couldn't I write it like this? 5 minus 3 times x.
Yeah.
So you could do a.
Isn't that basically what
minus
you're
c.
doing? You're minusing the front numbers, and then you're just putting it in front of the x.
So you could do a minus c.
It's a minus c times x. There is another way of thinking about it, but how's that feel?
And now you divide by a minus c or something.
Have you solved for x?
Can you divide by a minus c?
Yeah, you divide by.
If you have a number outside parentheses, doesn't that mean multiply?
Yeah.
No.
No, you don't want to distribute, because then you're going to go back to
You
this.
divide.
You're going to divide.
So you'll divide
You do whatever sign you want.
by a minus c. So,
And that's the answer. Some weird jumble of
X
letters.
equals negative e.
yeah, we solved for
Negative
x.
d minus b over a minus c.
It's good stuff.
Who created this?
Jesus Christ.
I don't think that's what happened.
Take me out of this, Flora.
Jesus threw his answer.
Oh,
I'll put that on my test. If you give me a 0,
No!
you're
someone
going to hell.
stole it.
No!
I'll print that out.
What?
I just need to print a new one. Nothing.
What's 2 plus 2? Jesus.
Here, you want a little
Jesus is
easier one?
always the answer, then I'm just gonna put
Golf.
that for every question.
Genius. Genius. Gog.
Golf.
G-O-G. Gog.
Here, I'll put a number in it.
Oh no.
Oh no. Not numbers.
That's a special one.
You're a special one.
I like numbers.
Got you good.
Look, we've already solved A. We're geniuses.
Yeah, we're solving for something else.
Solve for X, though. You guys could probably do this one without me.
Yeah. I can't.
I'm about to fall asleep, man.
Come on, Luis, you can do it.
Okay, I did the homework.
Got put
Don't
right
What were you
expect
doing in the office earlier?
Why being so chismoso, man? What the hell is your problem?
I walk into the office and I just see him there
What were you
chilling.
doing in the office?
Yeah.
I was getting my paper.
He shot someone.
Your
for getting in
papers?
prison. Nah.
Come over the border.
Sir, I need to see your green
Funny.
slip, please.
Oh, God.
I am not illegal.
Whoa.
I was born with that.
What's the first step?
Oh,
Jasmine.
Times by three.
Multiply by 3, yes. What happens on this side?
It's also times by three.
3.
X minus 3.
3A. Some people put A3. A3 is not
Oh
wrong.
my gosh, I put a 9 on mine instead of
No.
an 8.
It's not plus.
3A, isn't it?
Good. 3. Good, no.
You can write it as A3. Usually you put the number in front of the letter, right? It's usually like 2x, you don't say x2. It's not wrong, it's just weird. It's like when I introduce myself to someone, I'm like, not like, hello, my name is Hopkins Aaron.
You should say that, see it one day. Just see what they say.
It's not wrong, that's my name,
You gotta
but
scare the kids away.
It just doesn't feel right.
it doesn't, yeah. In America we
Get away,
say
Van.
your first name and then last name.
That should scare them away.
Yeah, I think in Japan they do it backwards. But.
Korea too.
So
Their
anyway,
last name is
Yeah, I
royal.
think
Like,
some
royal.
radiation got
So
to
you
the
want to
brain.
add J.
3A,
Because their last name is
Add
royal.
J.
So then don't you divide?
is that multiplication?
No.
Subtraction.
That's subtraction. What's the opposite of subtraction?
Add.
Add J. So x equals 3a plus j. I can't combine those because they're not like terms. That's it. That one wasn't so bad, right?
So only when it's multiplied. Are you gonna do another one?
Just do the opposite.
Probably 2 more.
Oh wait, are problems gonna like this gonna be on the test
On Thursday, yes.
with all the letters?
Yes.
Mr. Hopkins, did any of your students ever bring you anything from Mexico?
Yes.
Oh, you.
I would like a hockey puck sized mazapan, please. That was my
Go
favorite.
smaller than 3 inches.
That was my favorite gift of all. Someone brought me just a giant mazapan. I was like, that is awesome.
I get sick of those pretty fast.
Wasn't that Juliana?
For I was telling my science class, Tony's so dumb.
Hey, it's just
He was bragging that he got hit in the head with a basketball.
You told me that.
Why would you?
No, this is still just. I'm gonna do like 2 more examples and then we're gonna be
On a
done.
smart
But, like,
scale.
what is
Got
it,
it,
one?
man.
Right now?
Let's see. Oh,
Solve for
Ooh.
what?
M.
Get it?
Okay, let's just say someone thinks it's smart, right? But they don't put in the work. It's a dilemma.
Pick a letter.
21.
My word.
That's wrong.
You didn't put, oh, put F!
This is interesting.
Oh,
I
this
don't
is
know.
we saw.
We have 2 M's, huh?
Yeah.
You guys know how to add fractions?
Yeah, you just add straight across.
You
No.
find the common denominator.
Find the common
Yeah.
It's
denominator.
24.
You could go smaller.
18.
12.
4 doesn't go in 8.
5. 2.
Oh wait,
Two.
maybe.
Whoa.
Divide them both by
Whoa.
2. Wow.
You're going the wrong way.
3. 2.
You got it. You guys are going the wrong way.
Wow.
2.
Oh.
It's not 2.
Stop yelling.
Whoa.
4.
12. You have to.
You have to pick the
like
smallest number that they'll both go into.
1.
1.
Joking. That was a joke.
2.
12.
6 does not go into 2.
12.
12.
You're going backwards. 2
Oh,
goes into
12.
6. 2 goes into 6, but 6 doesn't go into 2.
36.
12 is the smallest one. 12.
2 is the.
Okay, people were saying that.
Yeah, I know, but I wanted to make sure everyone's.
Shut up.
You could use 24, but it's not the smallest. You would just have to reduce later. So let's do 12.
Honk.
So if you change the bottom to 12 on this one, you had to multiply the bottom by 2, right?
Yeah.
So then what do you have to do to the top? Multiply by 2. It's like, oh, I don't have a pencil. I'll just do it in pen. You have to multiply by 2 over 2. So that would be 2m over 12. What's this one need to get multiplied by?
3 over 12.
3.
Oh, wait, what?
So it would
Oh,
be
wait,
3m over
And then you
12.
add across, don't you?
And then now that the denominators are same, you add the top.
Wait, how did you get 3?
Because this one had a 4 on bottom. In order to change that to a 12, I need to multiply by 3.
Oh.
Multiply the top.
Now, once you have the denominators the same, you just add the top and the bottom stays the same. Right?
And you do that 12.
Can you take it from there?
Yeah.
I just
Times 12.
Multiply by 12,
Would it be 12 AF or just like
or a of 12.
A
You
of
tell me.
I have a
What
question.
did we just talk about?
12 a.m.
Usually you put the number in front.
12 AF, bro.
James?
In real life, how would this equate to anything in real life?
Rearranging equations.
But I mean, how would that help you in real life?
In well, what's real life?
Anything.
Like a job?
Anything?
Buying soup.
Buying soup? It wouldn't. It
That's
absolutely
how
would
I
not.
to get
So then how would this like?
I think what he's trying to say is that
When will we use this? When are we gonna use this?
I know I used it in an engineering lab when we were trying to calculate temperature loss through heater cores.
But
Yeah,
you're
and
an
we're-
engineer.
And we were doing the flow rate of air through these heater cores and calculating the temperature loss depending on how fast the air was moving and also depending on how fast the liquid was coming in. And to do that we had different equations and we were solving for different parts of each equation to figure out which heater core was the most efficient.
I know you got to.
In astronomy,
You guys, this is so simple in itself that it's not really used for anything by itself. But as you go through and you build up to bigger things,
It's cool.
as you build up to bigger things, then you can actually use it. Will most of you use this in your life? Probably not.
In astronomy, I use it to calculate the mass of Jupiter's moons and stars that move with the parallax.
You say Jupiter's moon. Wow,
Yeah.
Jupiter is a moon.
So, yeah.
Jupiter has 16 moons.
Enceladus.
But you just said it's a moon.
Jupiter is orbiting around Jupiter. You use stuff like this to find the mass of the moon and the mass of Jupiter through the orbit.
AF.
Yeah, you can't reduce
Made
that.
it better looking.
What are you doing after high school?
Can't
Huh?
see your
What are you
paper.
doing after high school? What are you
Well-
going into?
He's already done
I'm just
it.
a big guy now getting a transfer.
He's on high school?
Yeah, he already
No
graduated.
I graduated last year.
I made it better looking.
From here.
Right here.
Literally was in this class for
You
like.
can find some videos on my channel with probably him mouthing off in the background.
You will actually, because I remember listening to them.
Pat, we're recording.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
we're just
You'll
going off
hear
on side
me.
conversations.
Except for the big spike in the
These are
middle.
good side.
It's a little bit crooked to the
I
side.
know.
I can see that.
I can't picture.
You graduated with Larissa?
I can see that from
Are
here.
you
She's a
using
year
another
ahead.
That must be a big.
I think
What? How many years was my sister at?
Why?
I think you can figure out the rest.
Lonnie?
2 or 3, I think?
What
What's
you
that?
do?
So then Micah was 2.
This is less than 19. 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 15.
That's it?
That's it for
Hello, Mr.
What page?
It's on page 107.
4, 5,
John?
6,
2, 4, 5, 6,
Shows
8,
that there'll be a
15. The
point in
circle
time
ones.
when You'll love things like this.
No.
We did
Oh,
those,
no,
I thought.
It'll get harder and then
We didn't do
stuff like this is the
Mr. Man, go to the restroom.